Hello again, everybody. So, this video is a follow-up to last video for about 1 week ago, a little bit over that, where I showed you a certain piece of content for the game. Uh, Now, this video is going to be a little response to all the wonderful feedback that you guys gave us. And I'm also going to show you some further content related to that, which I showed. Now, this video is spoilers. There are spoilers, so please do not watch the video further if you do not want to watch development content. So this is very much behind the scenes, and yeah, there we go. So I'm going to run through a little list of feedback that you guys gave us, where I showed you the boss fight that we are working on. And you provided us with some helpful thoughts and views and opinions on certain subjects. I was really curious to see how, you know, more people would react to the idea of having very telegraphed attacks in the game or not, or in a different manner. So sometimes it's really nice for us to get some feedback from completely different types of eyes than us developers. So thank you very much, and some of you gave some very insightful and thoughtful feedback, and I appreciate that. Well done. So there were some things that were quite apparent, and it was just something that we need to fix. So I'll just run through the list of like kind of the feedback condensed into a shorter list of items. So the big one was, of course, the telegraphing attacks. Should we show, dangerous areas on the ground with a certain type of graphics, that sort of thing? Uh, and I weren't too surprised to see that the audience was quite divided on this subject, where a lot of people want very strong telegraphed attacks because it makes the game a little bit easier, as it may. I know that many of the Girl Genius audience are not like very hardcore gamers in that sense. So a lot of people want these sort of graphics to help them, and a lot of you don't, or at least very strictly toned down. So the first item is these telegraphed attack graphics. And I think that we should, first of all, have a checkbox in your options menu, where if we are going to have these things in the game, you can turn them on and off. So that was a very popular opinion in the feedback, and also possibly tied to difficulty. Now, I'm going to show you afterwards some actual footage with the new stuff, because I've reworked how we are doing telegraphed attacks into something that is more tied to the game world itself and our boss. I'll show you afterwards, but at least the feedback that came in with, I want to be able to turn these off if I don't want them, um, that sort of thing. That is definitely something that we're gonna have if we are using these danger zone graphics, we call them. In terms of difficulty, I want to visit that a little bit later in the development process because it kind of engages different areas in the game at the same time and what difficulty means. And I still need to plan that out a little bit better. But it is that feedback has been recorded, and I also like it. I think it's kind of neat that you know higher difficulty you get less information from the game, which is neat. I like it. All right, so that was that. So I fixed a little thing that some of you pointed out, that the boss health bars were kind of flipped. Many people thought I was, the wrong way to look at it. So I flipped it. So that the right health bar represents the left hand because the clank is always pointing towards you. All right. So uh, in terms of the danger zone graphics themselves, people want them, if they're gonna be there, kind of toned down, transparency, color, that sort of thing. I've been looking into this quite a lot because um, it is something that you want to get right if you're gonna have it. Um, so that is something that we're gonna work on further. But as for now, as I'm going to show you in a little bit, I have done a new way of telegraphing attacks, which I think is more exciting. All right. So some feedback, some animations are too fast, some wind-up animations are too long. Yeah, it's part of a tweaking process, and we are working on it. Um, let's see here. Um, so there was this subject of a certain feature that I did actually plan out beforehand, but it gave us some development issues. Um, so, for example, we want, like many of you wrote in your feedback, well, I want to use more of the kind of arena, want to be forced around, have to move to there or there so I don't optimize the game and stand around one grate and wait for our clank to attack us. And you're right. There was a feature that I wanted to try out, which was indeed to kind of plug these grates from time to time with falling debris, so that some grates were sometimes kind of blocked off, so that you can move to them. And in order to release the grate, you had to make the clank attack it, and then it would disappear. Now I've been testing that feature out a bit, and it's not ready. Um, it has to do with how we kind of move our character around the world. Um, I'm not completely done with the boss fight just yet, and this is a feature that I want to solve, but I might need to do it in a slightly different way than I had initially thought out. So this is still in the works, but that feedback, well, yes, I totally agree with it, and we are looking at right now at solutions to make the player move around in the arena a little bit more. Um, yeah, so uh, falling debris. Debris is too small and telegraph is too bright. Yeah, I agree. We tweaked them up so the debris is larger and looks more dangerous. And I'll show you in game footage afterwards that the falling debris now displays the so-called danger zone in a different manner. So instead of kind of doing very um, uh, bright and saturated sort of graphics, I'm emulating the idea of drop shadow of these debris falling instead, getting larger as they close down onto the ground. You can take a look, see if you like it, because I'm going to show you this stuff now. And for you guys that follow the development footage, today I have a special treat for you. Because when I am playing the game today, you're gonna hear audio in the boss scene for the first time. And this I have not shared just yet. I think that I'll make when we're done with all the features for the boss fight, I want to make a nice video that kind of shows everything at once. But you guys that follow along, you get to see it. So I'm going to open up Unity here, and wow, 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 here we go. So our nothing happening yet because I need to start the game. Now, like I've said earlier, it is not done yet. We are still working on the visuals. Even the audio still needs. There are some timing issues and stuff, but listen to this. All right. So this is starting to get there. It's quite exciting. So let's see here if I can't reduce the audio at your side a little bit. I'm just gonna give that a quick shot here and see if I can't reduce it while playing. So what you see here, where my mouse pointer is, that is the new way of telegraphing attacks. So the Clank, he kind of looks at the area where he's going to try to attack, and he displays a sort of focusing beam of light into that area. And I think this is a pretty neat kind of midway point between the earlier way of telegraphing attacks and the new one. And here you also see the falling debris in action. Oh man, I love it when we get all of this stuff together like this. Jonas made some wild music for his fight, I think. Do you like it? Oh yeah. So, new stuff. The way that he aims using this sort of searching eye cone. And the new falling debris. Of course, this is going to be a little bit harder to see. For example, the falling debris. But I think that all in all, I think it makes it better. So we're starting to get there. I think also that I helped to do a little bit of new type of lighting here, so it's a little bit clearer to read. Right now I'm just running around and I'm playing in God mode. It's a secret cheat that us game developers has. So, but yeah. And there's also plenty of new attacks. No, sorry, not attacks, but new effects. More what they're called particle effects. And I'm going to turn off Unity here. Very, very exciting, don't you think? So, wow. Yeah, I'm just recording this live, so you'll have to bear with me. But I'm kind of speaking like this while playing. I hope that this recording comes out good. But do you like what you see? Do you like the new stuff? Tell me. I really think that the new way of doing these telegraphed attacks is quite. I feel it fits better in the game world, and that's my opinion so far. But still, this is one of those things that I want your eyes on, and your thoughts and your opinions, which is good for us to kind of get the lay of the land, and just get some different views and opinions on certain things. And I'll also tell you a little secret. our Clank here, you might have noticed that he was kind of roaring and screaming uh, when he take damage or when he attacks and all that. So this is the first time I have done voice acting, which was quite interesting. So I went over to Jörn's studio, uh, and well, it was just a good old session of screaming and squealing like a pig. And then uh, we put him through, you know, some audio magic and made it sound like it was Maxilla kind of screaming. Kind of interesting. I hope you heard it in the recording. And it's a little secret that only you and me know, right? Uh, so yeah. Anyway, uh, thank you again for your feedback, and I appreciate you hearing more from you guys and your thoughts on the new stuff. All right. See you next time.